हरिः कर्ता।
So now let's look into the stem and a leaf plot. So a stem and leaf plot is a graphical representation of a data set that shows the distribution of data values while preserving the individual data points. It's particularly useful for visualizing the shape, spread, and central tendency of a data set. In pandas, you can create a stem and leaf plots using various functions and methods. Okay, anyway, you can see one example on the screen. So this is the left side is the stem and right side is the leaf, and it will clearly give you the stem part, the frequency of stem part. And you see that you can clearly see the shape and which one has the highest frequency and all that information that you can clearly see. So that's what it's particularly useful for visualizing the shape, spread, central tendency of a data set. So what we will do, we will take a simple example so that we can have a clear-cut understanding of that. So let's consider a real-world example. So it's a 3.4 stem and leaf plot. Yep, let's consider a real world example of using stem and leaf plot to analyze the distribution of exam scores for a class of students. Suppose you have a data set of exam scores for a class of 30. Let's take this example which is on here. Let's suppose you have a data set of exam scores for a class of 30 students. These are total 30 students ranging from 50 to 100. 50 to 100. You want to visually understand the distribution of scores and identify any patterns or trends in the data. So you can use the stem and leaf plot to achieve this. So how can we do that? I'm going to show you. So let's take this example here. We'll create a stem and leaf plot for exam scores in data set using Python and pandas. So first, this is our exam scores. Let's extract the tens digit, that's stem, and unit digit, that's a leaf of the scores. So one is tens digit, that's a stem, unit digit is a leaf. So let's do that. df of, let's add that, stem is equal to df of scores and floor division 10. Then df of leaf is equal to df of scores modulo by 10. So now let's create a stem and leaf plot using group by and ag functions. Without that, it's impossible. Let's create a stem and leaf plot using pandas group by and ag functions. stem underscore and underscore leaf underscore plot is equals to df dot group by stem. So and group by of stem, and how do you, what all things you want to group by? So group by stem using leaf dot aggregation of list, and print the stem and leaf plot. So LOC is the issue. So scores, let's what's the issue here? Scores D. Okay, I got the issue. Same repeating again. DFSL, 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 and this time it's DFSL. And here is the response. This is how your stem plot looks like. If you see this, it is resembling the same stem plot exactly. You see that? This is what we call it as a stem plot. In this example, the stem represents the 10 digits of the exam scores. That's 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, hundreds, and the leaf represents the unit digit of scores. The resulting output shows stem and leaf plot where each stem represents a range of scores and the leaf represents the individual scores within that range. You can use a stem and a leaf plot to visually analyze the distribution of exam scores, identify any outliers, assess the frequency of scores within each range, and detect any patterns or trends in the data. So stem and leaf plots are useful for gaining insights into the distribution of data and understanding the variability in the data set.